Well, hello, fellow constitutionalists. These are some thoughts today on gun control here in Pennsylvania. I know this doesn't have a lot to do with other states, but it is still, we're talking about an infringement on our Second Amendment rights here in the good state and the good commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I have a Breitbart story by A.W.R. Hawkins. It's posted on the 28th of May about Pennsylvania Republican pushing ban on private gun sales. And it's not common to hear a Republican that's pushing for a ban on anything with to do with the Second Amendment. However, we have here in Pennsylvania, he's from Delaware County, 163rd District, I believe it is, and his name's Jamie Santora. He's a representative, and he's put forth this bill. And this is Jamie at a talk about sensible gun policy. And Mr. Hawkins over at Breitbart says Santora'S bill would bar the private sale that Americans have enjoyed since the Second Amendment was ratified in 1791, and would require that every sale be processed in front of an agent of the government via a background check. This means that law-abiding Pennsylvania selling a gun to a fellow hunter, lifetime or lifelong co-worker or childhood friend would have to seek out a federal firearms license holder, which is a gun dealer, folks, and the would-be buyer would have to pass a background check, just as the Orlando Pulse attacker did in June 12, 2016, the Aurora movie theater attacker did in July 20, 2012, Gabby Giffords attacker in January 8, 2011, the Fort Hood attacker in November 5, 2009, and the Virginia Tech attacker in April 16, 2007 did. They all did this. According to the Delaware County News Network, Santora'S says his attempt to expand the frequency of background checks is common sense. He said, "We're not trying to take away Second Amendment rights. Anyone who has a gun should have a background check." And the article goes on to note at least a dozen other instances, okay, down there, including some I've already mentioned. And he's already got two co-sponsors of the bill that are Democrats. So we have a Republican, Jamie Santora, trying to add another layer of bureaucracy to private sales of firearms. If I'm going to sell my gun to my friends, whatever the case may be, and it's not cheap. It costs money. It's like, I think at my local gun dealer that'll do this, it's like $25 a pop to get a background check done. And so he makes some money off that. I know he probably has some fees that he has to pay in order to be able to do that. So a government bureaucracy is enriching himself. And nothing against a gun dealer making money, but there's nothing common sense about this. Well, anyone that has a gun should have a background check. That's just common sense. If you're buying a gun from somebody that you're not friends with, like a firearm dealer, yeah, I think because of the business he's in, you should get a background check because it could come back on him. But background checks aren't a guarantee that someone's not going to do violence, folks. It just isn't. And even a lifelong friendship is not a guarantee that someone's not going to go out and commit gun violence. I mean, there's no common sense whatsoever to his legislation. It's another restriction that they're trying to pass on the Second Amendment. And I'm against it. I am totally against this. If I want to sell my pistol or my rifle to somebody, that should be between me and them. And if they do bad, that's on them, not me. And a background check wouldn't stop that. I'm sorry, it just would not have stopped that. These are my thoughts on the Second Amendment today, folks. Yay. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and God bless.